where does Baka Not Nice come from?
Actually, I got it from one of my boys while I was doing a little bid when I was younger. I was an adult actually. I was like 18.
Okay.
And I was doing a little bid, and I don't know. We were just in jail, and he was just like, "Yo, man, you're just not nice," and he just kept calling me not nice.
So you had an attitude or something when you were locked up? Who don't have attitude?
Yeah, but like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I was just always fighting, man. I was just forever fighting. You know, like I guess that's how the name came about. You know, and I just stuck with it. You know.
Some people say you're multi. What do you say? You have different fucking accents. Can you state your nationality? Because I get Haitian, I get this, I get that. What the fuck is Baka?
All right, so I guess you could say I'm French, because I was born in Montreal, Canada.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so but my parents, my dad is born in Jamaica, and my mother is born in Barbados. So maybe that's where you hear the.
It's like it's going in and out. Like,
Yeah.
You just did it right now. He just fucked my head up. I think when you smoke weed, you get really into it and you pay attention. I just heard you with 4 accents, like right in front of me.
But yeah, the tape is basically just a reflection of me, you know, a part of me. You haven't heard everything yet. There's so much more, but yeah, just it's a part of me. It's like things that influence me, you know. Not to say like I can be easily influenced. I'm talking about like music, you know, like music that got me through a rough patch in my life when I was doing my bid, you know.
So you started inside. You just started writing when you were inside, or you've been writing?
No, brother, I just became a rapper maybe a year and a half ago.
What?
Am I right? A year and a half? Well, almost 2 years.
That's crazy. So
yeah, 2 years max.
But I know your crew. Like when you first came out. Because I met you even back then. Your crew was trying to Kanye West you because you wanted to rap, right? And you just like did the same. Your story is no different from Kanye West's shit. And when Kanye West came out, Jay-Z, everybody, Jay-Z wanted him to not fucking rap, just keep doing the beats.
Didn't want him to do rap.
Right. Explain what happened, because I heard you had to bust your ass to get even sides. You have to bust your ass. So explain this. It's not that easy. I know you're his homie and all that.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy,
Thank
man. I mean, everybody plays a role, you know, where I come from and and what team I'm a part of. Everybody plays a role. So I played a role for a while, you know, and I just said to myself, you know, at some point, I gotta figure something out. You know what I mean? I gotta figure out my situation. I love my brother to death. I'm not saying that I wanna put myself in a different situation or whatever, but I have to better my situation. So what can I do? What can I do with my brothers to better my situation? And it was crazy how it came about. It wasn't even like I sat there and said, okay, it's gonna be music, because it didn't even happen like that either. Basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to basically go around and grab a whole bunch of young kids from Toronto and sign them. You know, that's what I wanted to do.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to start my own label and just sign a whole bunch of young kids and just get it popping. That was my goal. In the midst of doing that, I met this dude. His name is Hyper. Shout out Hyper. And we were in the studio one day, and you know, I was explaining to him what I wanted to do, you know, and he was showing me a whole bunch of young dudes that was doing their thing that he knew, and I was saying, okay, maybe we can work something out, you know. And long story short, one day, man, he's like, yo, get in the booth, man, and try to do something.
It's an Eazy-E type shit? Like they
Bro,
forced
I went
you
in the yeah, basically. I went in the booth, they dropped the beat, and I did my thing. And everybody was surprised when I came out, because it was actually my first time doing it. How I kept on cadence, the timing was right, everything.
What
you know?
the hell?
That's what started it. Oh. And I don't know if it was my DJ, but someone played it and Drake heard it, and that was it.
Did you create your style to like stay away from all the Canadians and American artists? Like, did you get both sides of the game to switch your style? Because you have a totally different style. You switch it up too. You do like cadences, you do like hymns, and then you rap.
Okay, so I'll explain that. So my father is a musician. My dad plays the guitar. He's been playing the guitar for over 50 years. So in my household, I was listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. I was listening to Patti LaBelle. I was listening to Shaka Khan.
Wow.
I was listening to everything. You know what I mean? With melodies, you know, all of those old time people with all of those melodies. So I grew up on that. Plus listening to my dad with the guitar and
like
riffs.
live.
Yeah. So like the melodies are just embedded there, but I didn't know that they were there.
So I think Boy Wonder, Murder Beats, they also created who you are with this.
They did help.
Tape, man.
They did.
Like
Definitely.
they brought like Baka out.
Yes.
Like if I didn't know who you were and I just heard like one or two songs, now I know who you are by hearing your whole shit. And then the singles and songs you put out, I see you systematically choose records to go out because Junior High is like you're putting out their statement.
Yes.
Not like you're the shit, like fuck you, but you're telling people who you are. Junior High is Baka.
It's the real life
It's like a
story.
street speech or something.
Yes.
So do you calculate all this by yourself, or you have help from the label?
Well, I have help from my team.
Okay.
You know, and you know, obviously, I go to the big man, you know, for advice, you know, because you know he's at the top, you know, he's at the pinnacle. So
Scorpion.
So
you're coming after a Scorpion. You're out of here. See ya.
So
Peace. Get the fuck out of here. Why are we doing this interview? It's just gonna sell. What are we? This is ridiculous. This is like Master P with 100 artists. All his artists went platinum. Like I never saw that. Live Up to My Name. When you perform that shit, like that should put you over the hump, man. And then I couldn't believe that the fucking tower was at the OVO Fest. Like, were you there when they were constructing that shit?
yeah, I was. I was like, I looked at him and I was like, I mean, what could you do after this? What could be what?
Fuck
So
outta
now,
here, yo.
so that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen for this tour because how do you top that, man? That did you see it though?
Yo, I thought, first of all, you came out last, right?
Yeah.
So you annihilated that crowd with fireworks and all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah, he gave me some
I thought
pyro.
it was in a
He gave
movie
me
or
some
some shit. I mean, the combination of like billboards, like you've been at billboards in Toronto.
Yeah.
You're promoting it heavier now, but I've been seeing your billboard. But that's actually the first billboard I saw was Live Up to My Name.
Yes.
So 120 million streams later, like you never think that you can't even go to. I mean, if you were in the U.S. right now, man, you'd be going ham. You have 120 million streams.
I didn't even know that was a number.
What?
How about I tell you that?
Nigga, I gotta know.
How
man.
about I'm being honest right now? I didn't know that was a number.
That shit is out of here. That shit
Wow.
don't make no sense. So it's like,
Wow.
but it makes sense because when you hear this album, I understand what you're doing now. Because you go to the clubs, you meet all the young kid rappers, you understand that culture. So
Yep.
you combine like whoever you are with today's culture.
You have to stay relevant.
Murder
There's no
Beats
other
is
way.
it. Like that shit is crazy.
Yep.
And the fact that Murder Beats got like so many hits out there, that fucking crazy white boy, you are
crazy.
smart because he's all over your shit.
He crazy, man.
Like hearing your album, I feel like I'm walking in your fucking street corner, hanging with you. Like, what was
That's
that
what I
plan
want.
too?
That's what I want because you know everybody has a perception about places that they don't know about or that they've never been to before. You know, and I know there's a perception about Canada, maybe even Toronto by itself. You know, so I just want to paint the picture, and hopefully, you know, by the fans listening to it, they can actually get a visual from hearing it. You know, bruh, it's streets wherever you go. It doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter if you're in the islands or if you're somewhere in America. Streets is the streets, man. It's just how you define it or how you describe it. That's how I see it.
Can you describe your style, or there is no definition for your style? Because it's new to me. And then
I don't want to put a label. I don't want to put a label on it. I'm grateful that you're saying that I have a style. So that just tells me that I'm not sounding like anybody else.
Yeah, you just went through you just gave me what you're about more than me. You trying to show off to me.
Yeah,
You know
introduction.
what I'm saying? I'm a regular guy. I'm not a street guy.
Yeah.
But gangsters out there, the other rappers, they just get feeding too much shit. And
Hollywood.
yeah, I don't understand that. People who do shit don't talk about shit, and they don't get themselves locked up. Like
The whole object is not to get caught. All right. So I don't know if you want to talk about it, how you expect not to get caught. I mean, I don't know where they do that at, but bruh, I'm not trying to go to the Bing, bro.
Yeah, that's
you
what.
heard me.
Well, I can't talk to you about street shit because we all everybody know you. We good on that area. We're gonna stay with music.
All right, but we could talk about how I met Drake.
Yeah, that's why people. That's exactly why.
Okay, cool.
The questions and tweets I get all the time.
All right.
You know, they say you were security or you were like, cause you know what, or what sparked this?
So basically, I met Drake like right when I got out of prison. My friends from an adjoining neighborhood, because I come from Pitfield, and then there's another neighborhood called Galloway, and I affiliate. So when I came home, you know, after doing my bid, being a solid individual, you know, being the guy that has a certain respect, you know, and I stayed, you know, with my wits the whole way through. I didn't change up, I didn't switch up on nobody. So when I come home now, you know, I meet the young boys from the block, from both blocks, you know, Pitfield and Galloway, because there's new on both sides. So I meet them, and then Galloway, some of the young guys from Galloway, I'm sure you know him, P. Rain.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and his brother Gilla, you know, like Chubbs and P. Rain and Tall Man, you know. Chubbs is the one who really, like, you know, made the way easy for me, you know. Showed me a lot of things that I need to learn real quick, especially when it came to the business and how to move around the boy and stuff. So yeah, you know, those guys were a big reason why me and the boy actually met. So, you know, obviously I come out of jail, I got the street credibility, I meet Drake, and honestly, it was just like, it was so organic, like we just gelled immediately, like, you know, like I can't tell you why he chose to keep having me around, or why I kept why I chose to be around him and wanted to flex with them. There was no real reason, you know, other than it was just organic.
That's
to be
crazy.
honest with you. So it just built from that, and I labeled myself. He didn't label me as his goon. I labeled myself as his goon. Just so that it's stated, you know, I labeled myself as his goon. So that means, like, if you
Yeah, I come to you
So
if something happens to
so
Drake.
we don't even really need
See
to
ya.
get into it, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
know.
so that's how it started, and then like the friendship grew into like basically a brotherhood, bro. Like honestly, man, like I call him, I'll message him at 3 a.m, you know, when I come home from the studio, and just be like, yo, you know, I bless you, you know, father. I call him father, you know, like, and that's just a sign of respect, you know, in Jamaica, you know. And I'd be like, yo, you know, respect that, you know, because, yo, you gave me a chance, you know. You could have turned your back on me so many times and you didn't, you know. You're a real friend. And I feel like I need to let him know that, you know, because that's being real,
That's crazy, man.
you know. But yeah, that's how that started.
And what was the title before 4MILLI that it could have been?
There was no other title.
So 4MILLI was it? That's
from
it?
the jump.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought people would have like four different titles.
From the jump. Nah, 4MILLI. So 4MILLI is basically me saying this is 4MILLI. And Millie is my son. When he was born, Drake's first album went platinum. That very same day that he was born, Drake's album went platinum. So we were we were out at dinner on a Canadian tour. So I wasn't even there when my son was born, right? We were on tour. And I told the guys, I told Drake and I told Nico, like, yo, my son was just born. And Drake was like, yo, we got to name him Millie. He's got his middle name got to be Millie.
That is
After
sick.
a million records sold. So hence that's how you have 4MILLI. So this is my first tape. So I'm basically dedicating it to my son.
Oh, that's
4MILLI.
Like who fucking influenced you to even like rap? Like who forced you, or you just wanted to do it because you wanted to switch up? Or?
Well, like I said before, like, you know, I was with this group. I was trying to help
Oh, so
these
you were
kids
so you got influenced by those kids rapping?
Sort of, yeah, because basically he told me to go in the booth one day, and
Oh wow.
and then it was just on, and then it was a whole bunch of things. Like, it was partly that, and then you have Drake, because even though I did that, I'm like, okay, whatever. I just did that. It was like, whatever, you know. it's whatever. But when he heard it and the way how he was acting towards it, I was like,
Yo.
maybe I gotta go do another song. Maybe I gotta go do something else. And then I just went in and started making. That's when I met Murder Beats.
Wow. Holy
That's how the whole Murder Beats thing happened. I met Murder Beats one day and through Corey Litwin, because Corey Litwin manages him, and Corey Litwin's another one that was always telling me that, yo, Baka, you gotta do something. Maybe you should rap or something, you know?
So
and
he's
like,
your Dame Dash. That's crazy.
You know?
Dame Dash damn near forced Kanye West to rap, man.
and then like I met with Murder, and then
That's it. That's your Dr. Dre. See ya.
yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. It was just crazy, man. I just couldn't find myself, so I just turned to the streets at a young age, man, like real young, man. That's and my music. That's what I want. I want to tell my story through my music because I have so much stories. Like, I feel like even when I got sentenced for the 13 years and 9 months for the attempted murder,
Man.
I felt like the city dealt with me dirty, you know, because I really didn't do it, you know. But I came up in the streets and you know the code.
Yeah, that's
you
the
know what I'm
code right
saying?
there.
There's nothing you can talk about. It doesn't matter. Once it happens, it happens. You dedicated yourself to the streets, so it happened now. You got to deal with it. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't cry to nobody. You can't cry to no authority. My brother, while I was doing my time, my brother came to prison while I was in prison, and I was doing my thing in prison. I was jugging in prison. I was making moves. I had to keep my mind right. You know what I mean? Mentally. So we had conversations, and he was like, yo, what are you going to do when you get out? Because, bro, I got 13 years when I was like 19 years old or 20 years old. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, I'm feeling like, yo, bro, I'm going to come out like a grown man. Like, fuck, my life's over, bro.
Crazy,
Young things no more, yo. It's over for me, you know? But I always told him, like, yo, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start a label. And I even had a name and everything. I had a name. It was called Bullpen Records.
What?
Paddy Wagon Entertainment. I was dreaming heavy, dog. Paddy Wagon Entertainment. Don't steal that shit now, you hear me?
Nigga, that shit is gone. You have to forget about it. See ya. Peace. Why does your name sound like a gunshot though, man? That shit is scary as hell.
Baka.
Speaking of one of your best fans, GIGGS, man. You know, this world is very
small. That's my brother,
now.
man. That's my brother, bro.
Like, please explain the GIGGS like relationship, man.
If I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, one day I was in my house, and the boy messaged me, and he's like, yo, I want you to do a song with an artist from London, or would I do a song with an artist from London, right? And I'm like, who? He's like, yo, dog, this guy fucks with your music. I'm like, who? Bro, right then my heart's like, I'm like, which artist from London's fucking with my music? What
Get the
you
fuck
mean?
out of here.
For you to, and sorry, when I tell you that the man messaged me like at 4:30 in the morning, bro, 5 in the morning, talking about, says my music is crazy, you know? I'm like, man, cut it out. I'm like, cut it out, man.
What?
So that's how it started, and then we just linked over Instagram and shit, and then the boy allowed me to come with him to Europe, and then we finally met, and you already know, bro, real niggas, when two real niggas meet, bro, it's like, you know, peanut butter and jam, bro. Straight.
Yo, man.
You know what I'm saying?
He loves you, man.
That's my brother, bro. Like, real talk, man. Shout out the whole squad.
When is the GIGGS and Baka record coming
That's
up?
coming real soon, man.
See, did Farrakhan ever hit you back, man?
Nah, man.
Man, he's a black leader.
I was hoping. Honestly, I was hoping I did not offend him, bro. Like, to be honest.
No, you would have got the phone call. I actually offended him in the mixtape. Yeah,
you get a phone call.
Yeah, they called and then they met up with 50. And then they had to, but they didn't know that it was a joke. It was on a mixtape.
Okay.
I put Ja Rule and Farrakhan in the intro.
Oh shoot.
And then 50 making fun of them and shit. And they thought I did that on purpose. Me like a dick. I don't know. Whatever. Farrakhan, sorry. Shout out to your album, by the way. Before you even get out of here, you it's all about you. with 4MILLI, you didn't even deal with the feature situation. Like that's crazy. Features.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm super glad you brought that up. I just feel like if Baka is gonna do this music thing, Baka needs to have his own fans. Baka wants his fans to like Baka's music. Baka doesn't want you to like Baka because Baka has
this guy, that guy,
the top dog on his track. If you fuck with Baka, you fuck with Baka because you fuck with Baka.
You
heard me?
You got me amped right now, man. Shit, man.
Yeah.
Yo, man.